Namaste and welcome to Tosa Blue Mountain in the beautiful country of Ecuador. Here we are at the white crystalline Shiva temple, which is in our gardens as we stare out into the Andes Mountains.
Amazing, beautiful day. We had to bring October revelations from right here. It was just too glorious not to include this.
Absolutely. And here we are celebrating that October is bringing a dynamic energy that we're going to discuss further right now.
Yes, we are. And I think dynamic is really the word. You know, first and foremost, I want you to bring your hand to your heart because October is a month of divine experience. And as a month of experience, remember, we always go in these series of awareness, experience, choice months. Well, this is an experience month. And this month, the experience is about coming full circle with the wisdom of the journey. Now, that has a big component behind it. So we're going to try to unpack this for you the best that we can. We also have been talking about this and did talk about this, if you're catching this later than when it first airs, on our radio shows, both Explore the Mysteries, the show that was on the air that aired November, boy am I ahead, September 28th, and of course our show, Shri and Kira Live, the Voice of Passionate Action on the 29th. You can find both of those shows archived over at onenesstalkradio.com or also right here at our YouTube channel, Official Shri and Kira. And remember, you can always catch us live every week too. If you want to join these conversations with us live, you can call in or however you would like to communicate. We welcome it. So the universe is reaching out its hand. It's touching everybody on the shoulder and it's offering you an invitation to reignite that which has been populating and coming forward. And we've had other reignition times. However, the month of October is very unique because this is very much the month of, if not now, when, and if not you, then who? And I think this is really, there's so much going on, you know, there's just so much going on.
It's important to just pause for a moment and let that in. Because if not now, when has always been one of those call to presence kind of questions.
Yeah.
But when we add in, if not you,
who?
We are inviting the master within you to step forward and say, I am here, I will be present, and I am present, and I shall take action based upon my heart and my guidance.
Now, that's going to be hard. And here's why that's going to be hard. Because if you are really addicted to watching everything, if you are in addictive cycles with your cell phones, if you are in addictive cycles with internet scanning, if you are in addictive cycles with the media, then this month is gonna be a huge pop or drop moment for you. Because unlike September, which had those 3 separate sections, remember we had the first part of September, the middle of September, the third part of September. What's happening is October, guys, it is one big kahuna energy. It is October 1 through the 31st. And remember, this month's ends. October 31 is day 1 that Mercury actually goes direct. So a lot of things coming into play. Let's unpack them. Should we do that?
Direct into retrograde.
Yeah, I really, right? So a lot of things to unpack.
Yes.
So let's unpack that. So first of all, this is a very, very profound moment. Not a lot of people are talking about it, but October 2019 actually is the culmination of a 19-year cycle that opened in 2000, October 2000. So not only are we culminating, not only is October the culmination of a 19-year cycle, that 19 is a 10, and the month is a 10. And so you have a 10-month in a cyclical 10 culmination, plus remember that we have October 10. So this year, while it is, this month of October, while it's one big energy, it's going to kind of really keep swelling. And what you're going to see around October 10 is a huge amount of focus energy. And I find it really quite beautiful that October 10th is also World Mental Health Day. But here's what's important about that. This year's focus is on suicide. Wow. And I think that's really, really, really important to pay attention to because it's World Mental Health Day. And the fact that they're focusing on suicide is even more important in the October pop or drop moment, because due to the intensity of October, there's going to be many awake people that will lose their way this month and are probably not going to find their way back. And those of you that are holding presence, that are in a pop moment, need to let them have their journey. Your sense of a need to pull somebody or to tell somebody is exactly what will pull you into the same cycle. And this is part of what's happening. We have a very intense month. The first time we're going to start feeling that retrograde energy, I mean, the very, very, very first hint of the shadow is, of course, October 11. Now look at that. You have your 10, 10, 10, because remember, it's a 10 cycle. That's how you get 10, 10, 10. And World Mental Health Day, focus on suicide prevention. I mean, I'm not saying that's the only thing about that day, but October 11, the very next day, is where we go into the first pre-phase of that Mercury retrograde, and we will not be fully clear of that until early December. So that even gives you a little foreshadowing of November, which is why October is such an important month to pop, but you will be just as tempted to drop.
You know, in a month of experience, we have the fruits of our decisions, the fruits of our choices, and our co-creative reality.
Yeah.
The fruits meaning that which is present now, right up in your face.
Yeah.
This is a month,
Yeah.
it's a kind of a in-your-face month. You're going to be seeing
Yes.
that. You're going to be seeing
Full
that.
circle in your face, though. That's important to discern.
Yeah, because the more you're able to lift and with love witness that which is going on, you'll start seeing these cycles more clearly.
Yeah.
You'll start realizing that this sense of having to swim through these energies, the in your faceness, so to speak, means at times it's going to feel like I'm holding my breath just to get through it.
Right.
And in fact, breathe and lift, because you will have to process through it, because that's what we're all here to do. And how you process through it is in large part dependent upon how much trust you have in your own divine nature and the same trust in others. Because when we see others as divine beings having their experience, it is so much easier to participate with grace than to be reactive and contribute to the polarity.
Absolutely. Successfully. And what we pray that you're connecting with our videos and hopefully our radio shows and with others is that there is an opportunity in October for an extraordinary upswell in the voice of illumination, the voice of ascension, and the voice of love. However, that voice is being highly manipulated by those that are stuck under that fourth dimensional astral veil. And this is why we've started talking about the 5G. Now, I'm not going to say a lot about it in the content of this video. However, Shri is actually wearing one of our 5G hats. And a lot of you have been writing us already going, hey, where can I buy these? Well, here's the good news. You can pre-order now. So if you wanted to send us, because remember, these all are handmade one at a time. So if you'd like to send us your inquiries, just simply send them to us.
Join a mailing list.
Yes, send them to us at ecuador@shriankira.com, and we'll get you in contact and show you how you can bring one of these homes to you. Now, the reason I'm sharing it is whether you're using our indigenous hats and scarves or not, the 5G amplitude is part of the drop energy that will affect so many. And it's also, if you notice the world around in the third dimension, it can be very frightening. It can be very scary. There's lots of political drama that is really trying to take you off track. This is why we have been sharing, as we have been directed by the Ascended Masters through the Divine Directors and so many other beautiful beings, that this is your moment to really anchor outside of this. The fifth dimension is real. My goodness gracious, the 7th, 9th, and even the 11th. I had an experience with the 11th a few days ago. Many of you may not know that my body I haven't eaten in, I don't even know how many weeks now, because there is a true adaptation. I'm sharing this with you because during this moment, your body will tell you if you are not paying attention. And so if your body is calling to you, if you are having lots and lots of physical issues, then are you loving yourself enough to take care? For me personally, navigating the higher dimensions, I had to go grain-free. Then I had to go fat-free, not even any oils. Now I'm down to lemon water and occasional very, 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 very light, small bits of food. This is not a sacrifice that I feel I'm making in any way. I feel it's an adjustment and it's temporary, and I'm sharing it, and Shri is going to be sharing with you. This is a big month. You've got to trust yourself and your own knowing, or it's going to be a month that will take you off track.
Those of you that have been truly committed to your path of self-ascension, and it's an ever-refining path, your vibrational rate continues to refine. The sense of distortions in the outer world become more prominent, and the need to nourish yourself in a more refined way is really important. When we eat dense foods, we densify.
Period. It's just a fact. No matter what anybody's telling you about transcending it, it's a fact.
And it forms an insulation, so these frequencies aren't as troubling at first. We all learn to adapt and work with them, but there's a transitional phase, and that's what's happening. The 5G is compressing the third and fourth dimensions together. Those of you that are anchored in the zone, we call it the zone of compassion. The fifth dimensional energy is all about compassion. And then as we lift further, we are able to truly forgive all that is around us.
Because we let go of judgment as we anchor in the seventh dimension, and there is a sense of oneness that literally dissolves all the perception of pain. If you lift, it gets really easy.
And so this is a month that will be, as we said earlier, kind of up front and center, in your face, which will help you see the choices you've made and the choices you're about to make. Because we are at that pop or drop. If not now, when? And if not you, then who?
Exactly. And so 2 things Shri and I would like to leave you with this afternoon. Number 1, please go check out our radio shows. Please come to our website, shriandkira.com. Check out the messages of the masters. Go in and find one. Just pick anyone. It will always be the one that calls to you. It's all free. And also on September 22nd, while our group was here, this was just after we had finished all the cosmic attunements at the Ingapurka Temple, the only goddess temple in the Incan Empire that's literally right here by us. A beautiful dispensation came in from the divine directors, and we held it until this moment to share with all of you. But we'd like to culminate this video by inviting you to bring your hands to your heart and to really take a moment and gift yourself with receiving this message. Now, this message is so important that the divine directors, you will even hear as Shri reads, said to us, print it, share it, get it out there. So we have made a beautiful PDF. It's 1 page of this beautiful process. And Shri, where can they find that?
This will be posted at shriandkira.com, right on the home page. Just scroll down about halfway and you click on it and you'll be able to actually download it and print it for yourself.
And please share it. Please get it out there, because together we are better. If ever there was a month for us to hold each other with positive recognition, here's the good news, guys. If you allow yourself to pop during this month, you're going to have a month like you have never seen, full circle with the wisdom that you have gained throughout all of your life's experience, the culmination of a 19-year cycle. What if you're 19 years old? What if you were born post-millennium? Pay attention. We are all being given a jump start. And these beautiful voices that were born post-millennium are being given an opportunity to flourish. Let's show everyone that we can and are, because we are shifting this. It's very easy to shift between the parallels right now and find yourself in the one where you are most supported. We have been practicing this. We have had tangible shifts while people are here. We've noticed the shifts. So in this moment, take a breath. And Shri is going to read this entire beautiful blessing to you. We have a slide we'll put up that you can follow along. But maybe the first time you're hearing this, you might want to just bring your hands to your heart and breathe. I just want to share before we end with this that if you have not yet checked out soul charting, if you've ever wondered why you're here, what's your mission for this lifetime? Am I on track? Am I doing this right? Oh my gosh, am I going astray? I have this coming up. Should I do it or not? Then with all my heart and soul, please consider joining me in October for Ascended Soul Charting. My gift and bonus to you is the entire Ascended Numerology Home Study Program. But the reason that we were called to offer this advanced soul charting in October is so that we could also be together tracking what's happening in real time. We're going to begin October 13th. It's also at TreeandKira.com. Please consider joining us.
So, beloved ones, let's take a moment and just be centered in our own heart space and be present for this sharing. The divine directors speak through Kira Ra. Imagine a world where with every breath and in every moment, you only saw each being as the highest potential of their being for this lifetime. Then notice you have already activated your star consciousness and have transcended the third dimension without the need for conscious thought. Now, what does your life look like? What are you doing? Who are you with? Where are you living? What do you look like? What are you wearing? How do you feel? Then notice that you are noticing and have already activated the lift from the fifth dimension into the seventh. Here you are floating and aware that you are without any judgment, melted into a sea of compassionate lift from the fifth dimensional highway of experience. You have arrived at the seventh dimensional gateway. Discovering that a door does not exist, for you can only open this experience through the release of judgment and the recognition of the divine perfection of the weaving of energies through the complexity of space and time and co-creation. Here the vastness of the journey unfolds, and there is a moment where your conscious breath calls you through the recognition that the body is not breathing. You are therefore called to instinctively pay attention to that which has just come forward. This is the moment of divine awareness and the opportunity to experience the vastness as a witnesser of the fifth dimension, witnessing itself as the seventh dimension. You arrive again as a witness, now fully choosing to enter the ninth dimension. For to say yes to this resurrected presence is to fully release all the attachments, constraints, and needs of the third dimension. Fully anchored in the compassion of the fifth dimension supports staying in a body of form without decay for as long as the experience serves the compassion. Go deeper with this. Study this daily. Print this and share it freely. For all who are ready already are waking. May they find their way, and may all anchor the compassion of this moment.
Taking a breath. And as we invite you to dive in and lift through this extraordinary full circle moment of October, which truly holds a beautiful ignition for you this month, if you choose to be there, I just want to share before we end with this that if you have not yet checked out soul charting, if you've ever wondered why you're here, what's your mission for this lifetime? Am I on track? Am I doing this right? Oh my gosh, am I going astray? I have this coming up. Should I do it or not? Then with all my heart and soul, please consider joining me in October for Ascended Soul Charting. My gift and bonus to you is the entire Ascended Numerology home study program. But the reason that we were called to offer this advanced soul charting in October is so that we could also be together tracking what's happening in real time. We're going to begin October 13th. It's also at TreeandKira.com. Please consider joining us. There's one line here, Sri, that I just want to leave us with. So let's remember just this one line as we invite you to go further with your October experience. This is the moment of divine awareness and the opportunity to experience the vastness as a witnesser of the fifth dimension, witnessing itself in the seventh dimension. You are ready. Fly, trust, let it be amazing. We love you.
Namaste.